Hi guys, this is Christine, your relationship and mindset master doctor and your leverage for change. Today I'm going to be speaking about the anxious preoccupied individual, some of their core wounds and traumas, and how a little bit of how they'll show up in relationships as well. So the core wounds, some of the major core wounds of the anxious preoccupied individual is that they feel abandoned by their caregivers. They have this sense that they're not there when they need them. So when they come back, they can become very clingy and hold on. And you might see these children when you go somewhere, and if the parent is, or even in the home, if they're not visible to the child will start crying and just panic because they don't feel the parent is coming back. Now, because of this kind of anxiety of not being able to know if the parents will be there for them when they need them, they have a tendency in relationships to become very clingy, just that like they were, because there's this feeling that they cannot really trust that their parent is going to show up for them. And so when they do show up, they don't want to let them go. So they become very clingy. This feeling of constant feeling of maybe they're going to be abandoned will elicit feelings of being unsafe. And some emotions that might come up is just like fear of being alone, and some kind of a desperation. And the other one that can happen is also that because of these feelings that this person might not show up for me when I need them, they grow up with a sense of feeling unworthy of love, And when their parents don't show up for them, or caregivers don't show up for them, it's like they also have this sense of being rejected. And this also will show up even in peer groups where you're not chosen to be a part of my team, of somebody else's team, because somehow, so that further reinforces that feeling of abandonment and neglect and not being worthy of being chosen. So these are all core traumas that the anxious preoccupied individual grows up with. So they feel this sense of not belonging in relationships, and so they crave and they will people please and do pretty much anything and put this person on a pedestal to really show them that they really love them, and that feeling, that showing that kind of a love will make them stay. The problem is that usually that sense of feeling of desperation will drive their partners away. So in a sense, they basically self-sabotage their relationship without recognizing it. It's not something that's done on purpose. They just do it because they're acting from this place of desperation and of not wanting to lose that connection with that person, or to lose that love from that person. So at the beginning and in relationships, especially intimate relationships and other relationships as well, these individuals are usually quite warm and caring. They can strike up a conversation with total strangers. They're just very, exuding love and caring for others. They're good people, right? These are people who are friendly, and they give. They're giving. They're thoughtful, and they are very understanding of human behavior. Meaning that they can see, they can kind of tell also body language a lot, because as they were children, they can sense if somebody's going to leave. And so the problem is, though, in relationships, if they give the meaning of their partner's behavior, that, say, for example, the partner's late from work one day, or they didn't call them back immediately, and the meaning they're going to give is that the person is going to leave. Because they're fear of abandonment, right? And now, because they give it that meaning, they're going to act out in really toxic ways that will also jeopardize the relationship, right? So because of this, putting their partner always on a pedestal as well, they also self-abandon. They don't take care of themselves. They don't take care of their own needs. They're looking for their partner to satisfy their needs. And the other issue and the other problem also is that when you're looking outside of yourself for your partner to satisfy your need, that means you abandon yourself. You don't take care of your own needs. You don't look in to see how you're feeling. You will do everything for others, but for yourself, you abandon yourself. And that's one of the major problems with someone with this attachment style. Now, they will also repress their needs. So they may have a need. They know they need, okay, I need my partner to come with me to this place, right? But they won't say it. They almost want to, they almost expect the person to know that they should volunteer. And that is not also, especially with the person, the dismissive avoidant attachment style. So, this individual will almost, because if you love me, you should know what I want. But have to recognize that nobody can read your mind, at least not as far as I know, right? And in a relationship, when they're just starting a relationship, whether it be with intimate partners or just a group of people, they feel the need to impress them in some way, to make that, it's like they care what others think, so they feel the need to impress them in some way. And if they're not validated, then they feel very depressed or very down on themselves, and they will start having ruminating thoughts that people don't like me, nobody wants to be around me, that kind of a thing. And so this can lead to them either pushing further to try and please this person, which can appear very clingy and very needy. And so this also sabotages their relationships, right? When they're not given what they want, even though they may not have expressed it, individuals with this attachment style may lash out. They may lash out, right, and engage in some kind of a protest behavior. And one of the ones that is used quite regularly is if the partner is, when they're out doing something, or whether they are just with other members of the opposite sex, they may flirt a lot, almost like, or they will threaten to leave the relationship to get a rise out of their partner, or to see what their partner would do, hoping that the partner will say, no, you can't leave, I don't want you to leave, why are you, that kind of thing, and try to reel them back in. But if they're trying that with a dismissive avoidant partner, good luck to them, because they will just leave. Okay, so these are some of the patterns for the anxious preoccupied. And for you to really get to a place of becoming more secure, you have to work on yourself to change these patterns of reacting to the triggers from your childhood. So guys, I hope that you have learned something from this video. If you have, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you do nothing else, please like my video, and because it does help with showing it, YouTube showing it to others. In the meantime, guys, continue growing. This is Christine, your relationship and mindset master doctor, and your leverage for change. Take care.